Hey family, how are you guys doing today? I hope you are having a beautiful day. Um the message that I'm channeling today is a bit more serious than usual. Okay, but I'm actually kind of liking the subject. Okay, I kept hearing there's a beast that walk upon you, or there's a beast that walk in the mix of you. Something about a beast or an inorganic species. I am seeing a lab coat. Science could be significant. I'm also seeing like a petri dish. I'm seeing experiments, like somebody's taking something and putting it inside something else. So they're taking a piece of material from one place and putting it and adding it or combining it with something else. And I'm also getting this this something about repeated, like something that's repeated. Okay, I keep also hearing we walk among this beast. We've been sleeping with this beast, creating hybrids. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting thin in our blood. Something about being around whatever this is. It's like a hazard for you in some type of way. Or please just take the energy how it resonates. And I don't know why that bird, the way it's speaking, it's giving me the vibration of an emergency. Like, you know how birds communicate with each other, and when something is in their mix, they usually alert each other and say whether or not that thing is dangerous. And that's what it's giving, like emergency, like something. I just keep getting like this vibe of this thing, it lives. Like, I'm literally, how I'm seeing this is something being created, right? And this creation, or whatever this is, it's like an experiment that was done over and over and over and over again until it was perfected to assimilate the original of something else. And it's also giving me, like, I'm hearing inorganic materials. Like, they couldn't even use the original to create the copy in which they tried. All right, I'm not sure, yo. I'm not. And then I kept hearing specimen. Okay, and then I looked specimen up, right? A specimen is an individual example or a small portion of a larger whole, collected and studied to represent, understand, or test the characteristics of an entire group. So this is reminding me of like something being created and put in a collective to see how the collective would react to that creation. And it's something that was done over and over and over again. Now, when I first wanted to come on here and do this message, I started out with this deck, right? And I'm still going to use this deck. But then I was called to this deck, which I rarely ever use, and this deck, which I rarely ever use. What stood out to me is all of these decks are black and white, or for the most part, black and white. And the first card that come out is literally the masculine and the feminine card, which is talking about yin and yang energy. This is represented on the card as the sun and the moon. And then an inorganic species. Now, I've heard from the grapevine that there's something that's not authentic about the moon. Okay, now I'm seeing Earth, and Spirit is showing me Earth as a womb, and how whatever this is, it's like a parasite to her. This would explain why the sun has been getting hotter. Okay, I'm literally just channeling. And again, nature shows up. Nature gems. There's something hidden about nature that we have been deterred from. Okay, I keep hearing study your biology. Study your biology, study your biology, study your biology. Okay, and once you're done studying that, something about being a student or a steward of knowledge. I'm seeing someone with glasses. I don't know why I'm hearing bifocals. Somebody could wear really thick glasses and them reading a book. I'm also seeing somebody here. You usually read books, but there's something about revisiting or channeling your usual, what you usually like to read, channel it in a different space. Something about learning nature, learning plants, learning animals, biology in general. When you learn your biology. Okay, I had to cut that out because I literally went on a burp attack. So I feel like there's something here about the throat chakra that could be significant, or releasing some sort of pressure, because when you are burping, obviously you're releasing gas from your insides. Okay, releasing gas, releasing pressure. It's reminding me of lava or a volcano. So I'm definitely getting a lot of nature talk. I'm also hearing natural. What's natural to you? Your nature. You would be surprised as to what you will learn about self when you explore the things that are right in front of you. It's the things that they don't want you to look at or pay attention to that you should be. Okay? Back to this inorganic species. I'm hearing these entities, they live among you. They live among you. You're procreating with this species. You are, I don't know why I'm hearing gnat. I'm hearing vampire. I'm hearing introgressed. And again, it's reminding me of how I started this video when I was saying that I'm seeing a scientist take DNA from one thing and another thing and then merge them together to become one. And it then being repeated over and over again by adding and take away certain things. Okay. You know, as I've been learning more and more, I realized that the reason that the cat has snake eyes is because it's an inorganic species. It was introgressed. It has reptilian blood. So, again, this is reminding me of the topic. What is this? There's a beast that live among you. I keep hearing these people are in your political chairs, doctors, teachers. And I heard autism, but Spirit is saying box. I heard autism box. So that lets me know that labels, something about labels here. Mislabeling to confuse and trick you. How the truth is right in our faces. But because we don't know ourselves, we don't know the truth. I just got a notification. Okay. Something about money could be significant. System. The system, a system. Something also piqued my interest the other day. Because I remember channeling a message before saying something about an energetic grid, right? But if the grid is inorganic, and this is just some thoughts of my own. This is not, you know what I'm saying? Does that mean that our energy have been being siphoned to charge an energetic, an inorganic? Okay, something here. Let me just pull some cards and see what's going on, because I know I've been channeling this whole time, and I told myself I'm gonna come on here and do this message real quick so that way I can post it tonight, as I know that the love and the spicy read that I did, I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna take this, or just samples of my Patreon uploads. Okay, you got divine masculine. Wow, why did I say divine masculine? There's no aim. This says divine matrix. That's not a coincidence. Divine masculine, divine feminine, but it was in reverse when this card first came out. So something about the divine masculine and the divine feminine being copied, or it's like giving a structure that's meant to look divine. You see how they say divine matrix, but if you're inside of a matrix, it kind of plays into this energy of you not being free. I'm also hearing you're not alone when it comes to something that you know, something that you've been feeling. For somebody here, this message is going to resonate with you on a level that most people don't understand, and I feel you. We here. Unalone. You're not alone. Something has been masked. Someone has been pretending, or something is pretend or fake, and it looks alive. This is why they say don't believe anything you see, because if I'm correct, right, with all the little pieces that I just put together, and this beast is living amongst us, and we're procreating or having hybrids, that means this is something that we don't recognize or understand or know, is aware that whatever this is what it is. We've been tricked to think that we are the same. This UN remind me of universe. One universal song. Universe. What it really means to unite, and with who or what, if we're talking about something that's inorganic and basically made out of an experiment. If that's what this, because I'm channeling these messages, right, but I'm also trying to decode this myself. Okay, a divine matrix. The divine, who is, what is, has that also been taken away from us? And then Spirit is also showing me how we've been walking amongst each other. Like, it's reminding me of a family, right, who can't really get along, or something was meant to happen to cause some sort of division, because this looked like something in the cosmos, but it also looked very chaotic. Okay, something about ideologies and the way we think. And then you got La Luna. Again, the moon shows up. I'm interested to see you guys' thoughts about this message. Like, this is the type of message that just makes me wanna, make me more thirsty for the truth. I don't know about you. Okay, it says light as matter. And I saw this card earlier, and I wanted to look it up just in case it came around again. And Spirit said, wow, integration. if you looked at this on with a different eye, to me, this is giving cells. I also noticed that these cells are in the shape of pyramids in a way. To me, they look like regular triangles, but I am seeing pyramids. I heard triology. I'm not sure if that's even a word, but I know tri means 3. I'm also hearing trial. You got Air Force, the military could be significant. And this says reflect with earth magic. Like somebody's tried to make a copy. Or this is giving me somebody trying to play God. Like this was reminding me of clones. Like, yo. And I'm hearing only a certain type could be cloned. Most of these cards are black. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm channeling messages, but it's like if what I'm getting is what I'm getting, this done open a whole can of worms. Okay? Worms. 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 Wow. Parasites? Something about a parasitic infection. Earth magic. Healing yourself with the herbs because the earth reflects you. So naturally it grows in the form of what you need. Somebody's been trying to play God. Now if I take this back to a mundane level, because even when you're talking about actual magic and spirits and people doing spell work and stuff like that, that could be significant. Air Force. Air Force is reminding me of the wind moving, the force of the air, or the force of the unseen. I also noticed that her hair is everywhere, so it reminds me of the crown on our heads and how it's the main target. It's your mind. It's what your eyes are able to project. This is how they trick you. This is how they fool you. This is how the parasite gets in. Nothing's a coincidence, yo. There's something here significant about a Rogam shot. I think that's what it's called. I don't know why I keep hearing that. Rogam shot. And the truth behind it. 8 of Wands. Yeah. Mother, the divine frequency is literally yo. I want to say like shitting on my mental, like just vomiting so much information right now. Okay? And when I said vomit, it reminded me of water and consciousness. Vomiting, getting rid of something that don't belong, how the body reacts when it is attacked by a foreign species or foreign energy or foreign anything. This could be on the physical level and the mental level. Okay? I'm gonna get a few of these, a few of those, and then I ain't gonna lie, I done did good for 20 minutes. I have no idea how some of these cards got in reverse. Okay. Give me some messages to confirm this message. Alright, light as matter. This is reminding me of a cell. Somebody has been playing God, bro. You got the Eight of Swords with the Hierophant. The Hierophant, anytime I see that card, I always think of this concept in which they gave us, which I don't really connect with anymore. Like, I'm not taking away from the beauty of creation and saying, I'm fully aware that's me. Okay? Fully aware that that's me. So when you're giving me something else outside of that, I know that it's not right. And it does get as deep as the words. At the end of the day, you know, we like to coddle things and say, okay, well, you can put your own intention on something to make it. Yeah, I get that when it comes to the metaphysical. But when you start studying science, then you start realizing that, you know, that might not be so conducive. And this is what I mean by the illusions that we set. What it really means to manifest scientifically. You'll get there way faster than what we present, like on the metaphysical level, because science explains metaphysics, it explains spirituality. But of course, with the Hierophant, let's talk about religion, tradition, structure. Always remind me of government. A government. Don't forget, the government means to govern your mental, govern your mentality. So whatever it is that I tell you is what you receive. You've been tricked out of your freedom. This talk about conforming. Belief, which has a lie dead smack in the middle of it. And being trapped by certain beliefs. So if there's a beast that walk among us, and this is saying you're trapped by your beliefs, what are we believing that's right in front of us that's not fucking real? That's an illusion that we've integrated with. Trying to build homes around. People don't like to take accountability for reality, because when you face reality, you face you. You face the truth. And truth breeds, or it creates an awareness of who you are. And that's what molds and shapes your surroundings. Okay? I'm reading this book right now. Very, very, you know, and I ain't even got far in the book and I've already cried. And this is not the type of book that you cry on unless the things that you've already been experiencing in life, it makes so much sense. It just confirms everything. A lot of this stuff and a lot of these messages that I've been channeling for you guys, I remember a message specifically, and I probably said it more than once, where I was channeling something scientific, but I couldn't bring it down because I don't study science. So it opened my mind to maybe we should start studying these things. And look, light as matter. Matter is what makes everything, is it not? I'm hearing something about inertia, something about going back to our roots, right? Even though the schools were never really designed for our advancement, there's also some hidden truths. Certain things that they introduced you to in science class, in biology class, is something about following up or going back and looking at those with the mind and the experience that you have now. Light as matter. It's reminding me of Libra and the scales. Balance, light as matter. There are so many molecules. Think about how water is what she is, or it is. A lot of tiny molecules that came together to make one, to give you a certain type of experience or be a certain type of experience, whether that's nourishment, whether that's purification. and how this water can also be programmed because it holds memory. And then when you start getting into the element and the biology of certain things in nature, you realize how those things are created in you. You really realize who and what the true divine creator really is. Not seeing it through the lens of religion. Re means to redo something. So what's the original? And when I think about a lesion, I think about something like I'm hearing parasite, but I'm seeing like a leech, something that suckles on something, something that drains something else to give itself life. And that's just what I'm channeling. I'm not saying that that's grammatically correct. Speaking of grammar and spelling and words, again, language is such a low frequency. And without further study, you will never know that. What are you allowing yourself to be fed that you're taking on as truth? My messages are always deeper than the surface. Always. They always have been, even when I didn't think so. And I didn't even realize it or recognize it. Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza is a good read, and I'm not even that far in the book. If you want to master manifesting, that's the book for you. Okay. Wow. Kiss my ass. Why is this the devil card, bitch? Why does card say revelation, release, reclaiming power, independence? And you know what's crazy? I ain't never seen these definitions on the devil card upright. But then when you put it in reverse, it's all. So it's like, how are you seeing things? So in the upright, how can this energy also benefit you? How has what you've been taught been inverted? The devil remind me of a beast. I was channeling that card before I even picked up this deck, but I'm seeing it in the original right away. This person is sitting on a throne with two horns. It looks like an inorganic species that resemble an organic species that has two chains around the neck of the source of its own life. We 30 minutes in. I'm gonna go ahead and take all three of these cards and move on to the next deck, because I feel like I got the message that I needed off these tarot cards. Something is not right about this moon energy. Something's not right for the masculine and the feminine energy to come out in reverse. Something about separating, a separation. And in this separation, for whatever group this is, behind closed doors, they were integrating another species. Or another, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Yes, with the lovers. The lovers and the devil card. We like to say that they're opposites of each other. Independence, talk about being alone. Reclaiming your power. This is actually deep as fuck. I'm gonna have to keep owning, okay? Please do your own research. Please know thyself and what that really, truly, truly means. And it'll release so many burdens. Literally, the Chariot with the Ten of Wands. The Chariot talk about victory, determination. self-discipline, mastery, and willpower. The Ten of Wands usually allude to a burden, but this also talk about nearing a completion. What do you feel obligated to that you really ain't obligated to? You've been tricked. And I'm saying that because I'm being spoken through, but I also feel like I'm being spoken to. So when I say you, I'm talking about me too, baby. It's time for us to start building on true knowledge, and the Empress shows up with the Ten of Pentacles to bring things in balance. Earth, feminine energy. Putting the woman back where she belongs, and everything else falls into place like a domino effect, because it's the woman that has been forgotten, a specific type of woman. I'm hearing this energy of this woman has been carrying society on her back. Not just her family, but because she's been displaced, it's very chaotic. You know, women, now that I think about it, are usually stronger. Okay, maybe not physically, but I don't know why I'm getting this example. Like when a woman gets cheated on, she's more receptive to stand. But when a man gets cheated on, most times they don't even see you the same. Most times they actually view you as disgusting, or they keep you around as a source to vampire off of. Okay, something about putting everything back into place, because the way I'm playing with these cards. All right, again, you don't have to believe a word that I'm saying. I'm just channeling, but this is the vibe. Okay, mastery, dedication, motherhood, fertility, the divine feminine. Are them crickets? What time it is? 8:51. The other day at 6:09, I heard those sounds. And now today at 8:51, I hear those sounds from, I think, them crickets or whatever them is outside. I'm not even mad that this message is longer than intended. I'm not even mad. But there's something here, y'all. There's something here. Something about blood cleaning the blood purifiers. Okay. And I'm in my head telling myself, you know, how this started out as one thing, and now it seems like we're somewhere else. But Spirit said it's all connected. It's all connected. Everything is happening all at once. This book, Becoming Supernatural, shows you that. Okay, wow. Yo. If you know, you fucking know, bitch. Why is this reminding me of the evolution theory? Evolve into non-complainer. Evolve into non-complainer. This is like rebellion being built in your DNA, but you've been trained to not rebel. You've been, and I don't even want to say forced, because it's still your choice, trained to not rebel. Trained to not rebel, like fear. Something about fear. Okay, and this card is Rainbow Brain. I forgot where I even got these from, but they remind me of like alien type shit. So let's see. Games, playing games, simulations could be significant. Somebody could be like, that's all they want to do. This could be somebody's kid. This is reminding me of my little brother. Lord have mercy. So something about the children and how their brains are being fried through these games, or how we're being, something about what's being projected to us is significant. No decisions, just grooving. I don't know why this reminded me of somebody being high. No decisions, just grooving. This also reminded me of like just moving. No intent, no determination, just living like the Walking Dead. And how they're slowly turning us into that with technology to emulate this inorganic species. Because like I said, we've been introgressed. Integration. Given a rule book when nature is not bound by any rules. And that is why we feel tied up mentally, because this talk about mental entrapment. Feeling trapped don't mean you are, it's the feeling that you have. So when you feel trapped, you tell your souls that they're trapped and they go to acting erratic. When your spirit wants to do something, but fear is holding you back from doing that, you're literally creating a beast of your own. An energy that goes against everything that your DNA and your soul. The number 37 could be significant. 73 could be significant. Why is this reminding me of biology? The thinking mind acts like it's everything, but it's not. Why is this reminding me of soul? Solar being, soul, solar plexus. This energy that's exuding from this person's body, and how this energy is really the brain. If this is saying the thinking mind acts like it's everything, but it's not, this is also giving me hijacked. Like, I don't know why I'm seeing like a parasite on a certain part of a person's brain, and this is what's telling them what to do. But the true nature of this person is the soul, or that element that you don't see but you can only feel, that thing that we call aura. I don't know why the small intestines and the large intestines is sticking out to me. That could also talk about the stomach, the gut issues. So someone could have parasites in their gut. I'm also getting like the brain and the gut being connected in some way. As above, so below. Wow. Would you be nervous performing for a galaxy you never see again? Wow. So this is saying to be your truth. Be your truth. Be your authentic self. Because at the end of the day, half of these people that you walk beside, you don't even know. Another thing too, this is giving me like, why are you trying to impress something or someone? I'm gonna keep that to myself, because the way I was gonna say that is definitely gonna sound like what it is, but people are so sensitive, so you have to ease information on people if you really want them to get it, especially when they already don't necessarily agree of or in being indoctrinated and they're living out somebody else's truth. Okay, I'm finna go because we 40 minutes in and I didn't plan on being here for 40 minutes, but you know what, I really fucked with this reading. I'm actually gonna enjoy listening back to it and furthering my expanding my knowledge on these things, because this is what's really important. This is what's really important. This is what's really important, the core and the truth of who you are. And who you are has a lot to do with your biology. Because when you find out who you are on a biological level, on a cellular level, everything else makes sense. Especially when it comes to spirituality. Yo, let me put my motherfucking window down, bitch. Because this lady is looking at me, bitch. Bitch, she walking her dog. And I know because it's nighttime and I got the fucking light on and that. But yeah, no, bitch, stop looking at me. Alright, see, distractions. You see what I'm saying? Yo, that's so synchronistic. I just saw 41:14 on the timer. Let me get out of here, okay? I'm hearing the road less traveled. Okay, embracing your difference. This is talking about galaxy, the galaxy. Whose genetic information matches extraterrestrial? This is the, you know what I'm saying? Just a little nugget, you know what I'm saying? One thing at a time. When you learn information and you got a thirst for knowledge, right? It comes natural. Anytime, and I know plenty of y'all have experience asking for something and then it came. Especially those things that you ask for that you don't really put too much thought or energy or pressure into. It also makes sense to why being free and it's like this. We were not made to be caged. We were made and designed to be free. Explorers, innovators, creators. Right? So, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I lost my train of thought. I low-key feel like there's an energy piercing. Like, I feel this person's aura outside of my window. And it's interrupting my flow. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, okay? Forever and wherever you will go, the choice is always yours to vibrate high or vibrate low. And with that being said, I love you guys so much. I appreciate you for sticking it out. You know what I'm saying? If you made it to the end of this video, put some aliens and some stars, galaxy emojis in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you are interested in getting a personal, everything is in the description box. And I love you. Peace.